Hey, what's going on, everybody? I am Sami Abu Saad, Director of Education at T3 Live. Welcome to our weekly edition of the Strategic Swing Trader. Um, Thanks for tuning in. Going to be looking at the market and giving you my outlook for next week. We'll also be going over some swing ideas. Before I start though, please, if you like this video, hit the like button. Also, be sure to check out the links just below the video. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Showing you the daily chart of the QQQ, which is the tracking ETF for the Nasdaq. We can also look at the SPY, which is the tracking ETF for the S&P 500. Makes no difference. In last week's video, we said market was going to be bullish last week, right? It was bullish. We're at all-time highs. We're also grinding up, meaning this is just a grind. It's not a momentum move up, right? Just a slow, steady grind. So bias for next week will be also all out bullish. Bias for next week will be all out bullish for me. Nothing much really to analyze. As I said, this is just a grindy trend on the daily chart. So nothing much to it other than it's bullish, really bullish. So with that said, I'm going to do a separate video on Bitcoin, I guess. So tune in for that in the next few minutes. But for now, let's go ahead and look at some swing ideas for next week. We'll start off with this list is sorted alphabetically. We'll start off with AEM, which is a gold stock. I did a video on gold just before it broke out. I've heard from a lot of you about how well you've done with gold so far. I said any kind of a sell-off should be short-lived. GLD came in a little bit, but short-lived, went back up, still looks higher, positioned higher. Monthly broke out. That's it. I mean, gold is just bullish, bullish, bullish. So AEM is a gold stock and looks higher too, with an entry over the base, stop below it. Admittedly, this is not a short-term play. This is not a swing trade. This will be more of a long-term trade. There's AEM, and there's also another gold stock, I think, on the list. Maybe I didn't. PHYS. Same picture almost. Looks higher. HMY, I think, triggered last week. Same picture. It's not gone. Triggered at $2.30. Looks good also long-term. If you look at the monthly chart, that's a transition A on the monthly. So AEM maybe a little bit gone for now. So I like the HMY more, but the HMY was on last week's list, and if you took it, great job. Now we have the AEM. Next on the list is DAN, which has a nice daily buy setup. Like it higher over the base, stop under the red bars low. Before I continue, I forgot to show you the standard required disclaimer that I have to share with you to let you know that trading is risky and that whatever we discuss is for educational purposes only. All right, so just keep that in mind. So DAN is a buy setup. MAXR, I don't know what to say about this because I played it 2 or 3 times already. Played it on the 1, 2, 3, then got out, and then I played it in the room on the breakout here, and then I took half at the end of the day, and then the next day I closed out of the back half, and it's still looking higher. Still looks higher, so I like it to the 200 MA. Nice hourly chart. So with an entry over the base, stop either under it right here or give it the room. Up to you. Just depends on how much you like it. The more I like something, usually the tighter the stop is. MAXR. PHYS, we already talked about it. It's gold. It's like the AEM. Breaking out. Big stop, but this is more of a long-term play rather than a short-term play. TIVA, I played it long as a 1, 2, 3, exactly like the MAXR. I didn't take anything on the TIVA until it broke under the weekly bars low, because I was really hoping to keep the TIVA as a long-term play, longer-term play to the 20 MA on the weekly. It just didn't go and trailed me out, and is now back. It's made a little bit of money, but not much, and now it's doing a transition A on the daily chart. Not bad. Over the base, stop under it. It just doesn't look perfect enough yet. So I'll be watching it, but I don't have a call on it. If you're in the strategic swing trader, if you're a paying subscriber, I already picked out I picked two plays from these two lists. Okay, one short, one long. I think it's one short, one long. Let me just take a look one more time. If you log into your account online, you'll see which ones I picked for Monday. And no, not one short. So okay, but just take a look at the list the two that I picked, and I'll be playing them too. The TGTX is a daily buy setup, just like the Dan. I like Dan a little bit more because if you look at Dan, moving average on the hourly chart is starting to point up, as you can see. The TGTX daily buy setup, so same picture, same setup as Dan, but moving average on the hourly is not yet pointing up. I use the hourly time frame for my entries and the daily to locate the pattern. Okay, that's why you see me projecting two time frames. Hourly is for pinpointing the entry, daily is for finding the pattern, for scanning and finding the pattern. And last but not least, Uber. Uber I also played twice. Played it on the buy setup here, and then got to target one, and then the back half trailed out to here, only to see it go way up without me. And I thought, oh no, I missed it, or I got shaken out basically, and then it got slammed. So okay, no problem. I guess good exit here and there, but now it's getting ready to go back up. So I'd like to get back into Uber more as a long-term trade over this bar's high, over 44.80, and I would give it the large stop. I'd give it to here. So it's a big stop, but this is more of a long-term trade than a swing trade. Is it ready yet? Is it close to triggering? No, it's not. But I'm just sharing it with you because I only do this video. I don't do it on a daily basis. I do it on the weekend. So this will be a watch for maybe not quite for Monday, but for maybe Tuesday or Wednesday. Okay? So those are my top watches for Monday. And shorts, AR, a lot of these oil stocks, I think this is oil, resources that are low priced and down a lot, they're just going to zero. I mean, look at this. Every single month, with the exception of this month, every single month over the last year, every single month, if you're in it short, it put money in your pocket. Every single month. And you didn't even lose money that month. Barely, right? Every single month. So where do you think this is going to? To zero, probably, or to a penny stock. There's the AR, there was another one, I think. Well, maybe it's not on this list. What I show you here is not the complete list. I just show you a few of the items that I'll be watching that I think are most ready. But it's not really the complete list. But I have two oil stocks that I like as a long-term short. AR is one of them, right? Short, stop over the base. ESRT is not a great setup, but here's what I like about it. On the daily chart, it's not a great setup. It's a monthly sell setup that triggered already. It's a weekly sell setup also, right off the declining 20 on the weekly chart. So I do like the ESRT across multiple time frames. Okay, it's a sell setup plus a 1, 2, 3. INFN is a breakdown. This is also, it's not an oil stock, but it looks like it's going to zero. Short, stop. Okay, short under the base, stop above it. And then was a terrific gap down on Thursday that we played in the strategic day trader chat room as a short, made good money on it, and rallied a little bit on Friday. I kept some overnight as a long-term play, and if you look at the monthly, that just broke down here, so it should at least get to the 200 MA, perhaps to the prior pivot low at 25 bucks. So that's the monthly. Here's the weekly, also broke under the support. So I like the short more as a long term. Now, if you're not in it already from Thursday, where would you get it? Well, here's an entry on the hourly chart with a stop right here. Very tight stop. If it works, I'm looking at a big target. Okay, target one will be, well, target is 26 bucks, but you can look at target one here somewhere at the 200 MA. Okay, so it'd be around, let's say 29, 28.50, and then target two around 25 bucks. Last but not least, pets. Pets is very similar to the AR. Is not an oil stock, I don't think, but okay, but it's the same setup. It's a breakdown plus a 1, 2, 3. Take a look. Almost the same setup. So those are my short ideas for Monday. Went over the long ideas, short ideas, went over the market. I hope you enjoyed today's video. As I said, I'm going to be another video in just the next few minutes on Bitcoin and the cryptocurrency market. So feel free to tune in if you're a Bitcoin trader. Otherwise, till next time, this is Sami Abu Saad with T3 Live. Good trading, everybody.